Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of my show. Riley again. Today I'll be making a classic dessert and it's a favorite of a lot of people. I don't think I know anyone that doesn't like these. Today we'll be making cinnamon buns, so let me take you in close and I'll show you everything we need for the dough. Okay, for the dough we will need bread flour, white sugar, milk that we need to warm. We don't need this. We need melted butter, 2 eggs, some yeast, some salt. So let's get this mixed up. Okay, so our first step is to add our warm milk, which I just heated up in the microwave. And then you're going to want to add your 2½ teaspoons of yeast. Stir that up. And you're going to let the yeast proof and sort of dissolve into that warm milk. That's going to take about 5 minutes. So we'll be back when that's done. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to want to add some more of our ingredients. First we're going to add our sugar. So we'll get that in there. And mix that up. 1/2 cup of white sugar. And add in our melted butter or margarine. Mix that up. And we're going to crack in 2 of our eggs. It's a kind of a lame crack. I got a little bit of a shell in there. Just let me pick that out. Don't worry, my hands are clean when I'm doing this. So we'll just get that shell out of there, crack in another egg. I didn't get any shell in that time. So now we're just going to whisk that to combine. Break up those eggs, whisk them in. And now everything's all incorporated in this liquid. It smells yeasty. And it's going to develop an unpleasant smell, like I said. It smells yeasty. It's not a very good smell. The next step is going to be to add in the flour. Okay, so we're going to add in 1 cup. I'm going to add another cup. It's 4½ cups total, so you just have to measure this out. This is a fairly easy recipe, but this is my first time. It seems easy. 2 cups. I'll grab that whisk over there in a second. 3 cups. 4 cups. And 1/2 cup. So now I'm going to take this whisk out here, get this out of the way, shake off all the flour. It's a little wet still. I'm going to switch to a wooden spoon and just mix this well until it forms a ball. Okay, the dough's formed a ball and I just turned it out onto my work surface. You're just going to knead it like this. Just fold it over, squish it with your palm. Just knead it like that. Flour your work surface and your hands. Don't want the dough sticking. So just knead it like that for about 5 minutes. Then you're going to want to cover it and let it rise for 1 hour in a warm place. Okay guys, the dough is risen and now it's time to roll it out. So we're going to roll it into one big rectangle. And first, we just got to flour our rolling pin and flour the work surface. Just going to roll this dough out. The recipe calls for a 9 by 21 inch rectangle. So, I don't know, I think I'm just going to roll it out. See, it's just a big disc. I'm going to try and get it into a square shape, so start rolling it out. So you just want to roll it out, and we'll come back when we're done with that. Okay guys, so our dough is rolled out, and the next step is to make the filling. So gotta just rub softened butter on the dough. And again, this seems a little bit unhealthy, but this is what you gotta do. So you just spread it all over. Make sure it's soft or else it won't spread well. It'll just clump. It has to be at least room temperature. A little softer is even better. And you have to sprinkle one third cup of butter, not sprinkle, spread. That's what you gotta do to the 1/3 cup of butter. So you just want to make sure you get it all over the place. And I got more over here. So I'm gonna just break off a little chunk, spread it around, all around the dough. And while you're doing this, you just want to get your oven hot, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just going to break off a little bit of butter. Spread the dough. Spread it all around. It's going to make a delicious cinnamon roll. And it's not like you eat, don't be worried about all the butter. It's not like you eat cinnamon rolls every second day or something like that. If you're going to make them, have a treat once in a while, you might as well go all out, right? Yeah. So we'll just finish it off with some more butter. Looks like it's about good. Spread this around. Then you're going to want to sprinkle on, so this is cinnamon and brown sugar. It's a mixture. You're going to want to sprinkle this all over the dough. That's why it's cinnamon rolls. This is what's cinnamon flavored about it. Cinnamon brown sugar. Just want to get that all over the dough. And don't worry, your hands will get messy while you're doing this. Don't worry. It's all part of the process of making cinnamon rolls. Yeah, so this is just 1 cup packed brown sugar and 2.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. And don't worry about copying these down from what I'm saying. They'll be in the description, as will the recipe instructions. Yeah, just make sure you get all of it covered with this delicious cinnamon brown sugar mixture. Just want to do that. Spread it around if you need to. My hands are pretty dirty, so you can just pour it all on. Spread it around. Yeah, doesn't this look delicious? So come back when we need to do our next step. Okay, we're back. I just gave my hands a quick rinse, and now comes the next step. Should be to roll the dough. That's right, you roll cinnamon rolls. So you just start off like this. Doesn't have to be tight. They're going to be big, thick cinnamon rolls. You just roll. That's where cinnamon rolls get their swirl shape, from doing this step right here. Roll up all the dough until it's in a neat little package like this. Don't worry, some brown sugar is going to spill at the sides. It's okay. So it's going to be a nice little huge thick log like this. I don't know why I said little. I want to pick it up, turn it sideways, get a serrated knife, cut this into 12 portions. So we'll be back when that's done. So here we go. I've sliced them up to our portions, and just look at this. Isn't this cool? Who would have thought you can make cinnamon buns at your house? Cinnamon rolls, sorry. So look. See, it's swirled. The dough is swirled. So our next step is to put them onto a baking sheet like this. Looks like this. Just gonna want to toss them onto that baking sheet, and I think you can put them like this, so they're facing up. And the end ones are going to be a little hard to do that since they're kind of not straight. Just gonna put them onto a sheet, like this. And you're going to want to cover them and let them sit for 30 minutes or until they've doubled in size. So yeah, that's our next step, and we'll come back when that's done. Okay guys, we're back, and they just came out of the resting place, and we uncovered them, and now we're going to throw them into a preheated 400-degree oven. So let's do that, and then we'll get started on our cream cheese frosting. Okay guys, for the frosting, you're going to need an electric mixer. So for this part, you're just going to put in some butter, softened of course, some cream cheese frosting, softened, of course, and you just want to make sure it's broken up into chunks so it's easier for your mixer. Just want to put that in there. And you're going to want to beat that for a little bit until it gets fluffy. Okay, so that's all whipped. Now you just want to get a little bit of vanilla extract. You can use the real deal extract. It looks like this. It's not artificial, it's real. You're just going to do half a teaspoon, so I'm just going to do a little dab. Like that, that looks good. And we're going to add 1.5 cups confectioners or powdered sugar. Depends on where you live. Could be called icing sugar too. So now this might go a little crazy. So we're just going to let that mix. We'll mix it up a little bit first so it doesn't go all over the place. Let that mix. Pour in some more vanilla so that helps it dissolve. That. It's going to want to mix that to combine, so we'll come back when it's combined. Okay guys, so when you're done, that's what you're left with, this beautiful cream cheese frosting. And one of our cinnamon buns are out of the oven. We're going to pour that over top. Okay guys, cinnamon buns are out of the oven. The pan's a little hot, but they look delicious. So I'm going to give one a little taste, so I'll take this one right here. Move it onto my plate. I have a plate back here. Just move this out of the way. Okay, so try some of this nice, delicious cream cheese frosting. Spread it on top. Get a little bit more. Spread it all over. It's going to be delicious. Now look at that. Isn't that just a thing of beauty? That looks amazing. So come up close and we'll give it a try. Okay guys, so here's our cinnamon bun, fresh out of the oven. With a little bit of our cream cheese frosting on top, and we'll take a bite. Oh man, that is delicious. It's chewy, creamy on the top. The cinnamon brown sugar mixture gives it a nice flavor. That is just delicious. Gotta give this recipe a try. Thanks for watching guys, and if you like my videos, please subscribe, leave some feedback, give me some comments. So yeah, it's been the second episode of my cooking vlog. Thanks for watching. Riley out.